With 1.20 right around the corner, we can all be excited to ride some camels and make some cherry wood houses. Me, however, I'm really looking forward to trying out some new armor trimmings, make my armor look all fancy, which did give me a cool idea. Why not try and get every single trimming in Minecraft? No, not like that. I set myself a very simple challenge. Can I collect all 16 trimmings in Minecraft in a 100-day time limit? Just to make it even harder, I'll do it in hardcore mode. Well, if you think I can, then why don't you go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel? And if you don't think I can do it, then I don't know, why don't you like the video and subscribe to the channel? Day one, let's begin. I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself some wood, you know. Now that I think about it, I don't really know that much about where to get all the armor trimmings. If only I had an expert on hand to help me. Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Havenhand and I specialize in Minecraft and all Minecraft related things. I've been asked to come to this video to talk to you about armor trimmings. As of Minecraft Snapshot 1.20 RC1, which was the version that we played in, there are 16 different types of trimmings in the game. But how do you get them all? Well, first things first, there are 4 trimmings that are part of the archaeology update for 1.20. This means that I'll have to find a trial ruins and break some suspicious sand or suspicious gravel and hope to find them in there. The following structures also contain one unique version of the trimming. This includes a jungle temple, a woodland mansion, an end city, a pillager outpost, a nether fortress, a stronghold, a desert temple, and a shipwreck. Also, elder guardians being quite unique, they have a small chance of dropping one when you kill them. They of course can only be found in ocean monuments, so I'll have to find an ocean monument as well. The rarest trimmings in the game are found in ancient cities, and there are 2 that can be found in there, which I'll come back to a little bit later. And finally, there are bastions, which technically there's 1 trimming, but you could make the argument that there's 2, which I'll come back to in just a couple of seconds. On screen now, you'll see every variation that I can get, and also the chances for me to get them, and of course the location of where I can get them as well. What this means is that I'll have to explore the world, find all the structures, and even travel to the outer ends to get every single trimming in the game. Sounds like a serious challenge, but I'm 100% up for it. Now, one little quick side note before we do jump into things, and that is the elephant in the room. As I mentioned, the bastion does have technically 2 trimmings in it, but one of them is the netherite upgrade. Now, in my personal and obviously professional Minecraft opinion, I don't think this counts as a trimming, as it is a separate upgrade altogether. However, I don't want to get to the end of this video, have all the other 16 trimmings say that I did it, for people in the comments to come in and be like, hey, you didn't get the netherite upgrade. And so what I will try to do is try to get one along my journeys. However, it's not going to be a priority for me. If you have a problem with that, then I don't know, you can come join my Discord, the link in the description. You can come yell at me or something, I don't know. Oh, you're back. Welcome back. As you can see, whilst you've been gone, I have been able to get myself stone tools and a little bit of food. I haven't cheated all this stuff in, or I spent 2 minutes collecting it all. It's up to you to believe what you want to believe. The early goal I had in this world was I wanted to get myself all iron as soon as possible. So I started entering caves and I started mining away. I did have to deal with my fair share of mobs, but it honestly wasn't too many. I did end up collecting 41 iron by the end of the day, which for a first day, pretty good. I did spend a couple more moments on day 2 seeing if I can get some extra coal or extra iron. Unfortunately, I only found mobs, but I didn't really want to do that dying bit that all the non-gamers in chat do. And so I went back to my furnaces, grabbed the iron, and made myself a full set of armor and some iron tools to boot. Even had a couple of pieces of iron spare. Let's pack up my things and head out into the world as soon as I can find out how I got in here. There you go. Wasn't too bad. Now that I have full iron armor, I decided that my next goal was going to be to find a village. There's a couple of useful things in there that I thought that I could use, so I decided to head out as quick as possible. I firstly returned to my spawn point because there was a giant ocean there, and potentially finding a shipwreck seemed like a really good idea. I wasn't able to find a shipwreck, but there was a jungle at the other side of this ocean, and even better, there was a jungle temple. Come on, template. Give me a template. Oh, man. I kept moving on day 3. I did find this giant broken nether portal, but it just didn't have anything. Shocking, I know. I spent most of the day running across this savannah. It was a very, very big savannah, and by the end of the day, I found myself a desert. So there you go. That was day 3. Shortly into the desert on day 4, and would you look at that, a village. I can now put my plans into place. Firstly, by stealing all of the hay. That's all the food sorted. And then went to go and grab myself some extra sugarcane, and then I grabbed myself some flint. I made myself a cartography table and also made myself a fletching table. But why do I need all these things? I hear some of you saying in the back of the classroom. It was quite simple, really. By upgrading a cartographer, there is a chance that they can actually trade you 2 types of maps. One of them that would lead you directly to an ocean monument, and more importantly, one of them that would lead you directly to a woodland mansion. Since a woodland mansion are quite rare, I decided that this would be the easiest way for me to find one. Of course, you can't trade with a cartographer unless you have emeralds, and that's why I made the fletching table. Fletchers can trade sticks, which in my opinion was the easiest way for me to get emeralds at this point, and so let's do a little bit of choppy and make some sticky stickies. I'm sorry, somebody paid me 10 bucks to say that. I'm really sorry. I just want to point out on day 5, by the way, I don't know why you'd ever make sticks like this. You just make it the old-fashioned way, guys. It's so much simpler. Even after all these stick trades, I wasn't even close. I have so many more trees to chop down, the Lorax is going to be furious. On day 6, it may have cost me an axe, but we was able to upgrade the cartographer. Now I just need a compass. Ooh, yikes. He also does trade glass, which would not only would upgrade him, but would be really easy for me to get emeralds. So 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's dig up some sand. But for a compass, I of course need redstone. So I took a bit of a dig down, where I very quickly found myself a cave that had a little bit of iron in. After fighting off a skeleton or 2, I very quickly actually found myself some redstone and headed back up. Just before I did get the service though, I was able to grab myself a tiny bit more iron, and I also found myself a spawner. It did have a saddle in, which you never know, that could be useful. And then I finished off the day by grabbing just a tiny bit more iron. On day 7, and you really think it wouldn't be hard to find a villager? You'd be wrong. I just couldn't find them anywhere. Anyway, after trading all the glass panes, I got myself the second map, which wasn't too bad. So looking at the 2 maps, it looked like they go in completely opposite directions to whichever one I decided to go to. I decided that the Woodland Mansion is going to be rarer, so I think I'm going to head to that one first. And so off into the world we went. Oh wait, hang on. Sorry, I forgot my chest. Let me just quickly go back, grab all that stuff. Okay, cool. Now we're off. As I was running through on day 8, I found myself another jungle where I found myself a second temple. And in this temple, I got my first template. That is 1 template down and 15 to go. Sounds a little daunting when you say it like that. Though there's not much to note about day 9. If you do look carefully at the map, you can see that I've actually moved across the bottom of it, which means I am now in line with the mansion. Meaning if I just keep heading north, I will eventually find it. And now for another great find on day 10. I found myself a trial ruins, which was perfect. I had all the materials ready to make a brush, and so it was straight in there. I just have to be very careful not to break any suspicious gravel. God damn it. So for the most part, I'm going to sum this up. I was actually finding quite a few trimmings. Unfortunately, they were the same bloody trimming over and over again. I kept doing this until the end of the day, where I had 2 trimmings in my possession. And then when I found the 3rd, which means I had 3 of the 4 that you can find in trial ruins. The unfortunate thing about this trial ruins is that it ended here, which means I had 3 of the 4 trimmings that I needed in this trial ruins, which means I have to find a second trial ruins and search that one in hope to find the 4. That was quite annoying, I must admit. On day 11, and would you look at that, there's a cherry tree over there. That's new, I guess. I also decided to saddle up on a donkey. If only there was a bunch of horses around for me to use. Oh man, that'd have been much more useful than a donkey. And after a bit of gentle nudging, I appeared on the map. And just like that, I found the mansion. So let's get in there on day 12. The plan was to deal with the axe boys with a sword and the magic boys with a bow. It was going great. Till the Vexes, of course. It's fine. Everything is okay. After searching a little bit longer, trying to make my way around the longest staircase in the world. Oh, that's a creeper. I was able to find a chest where I found the trimming. That is trimming number 5, by the way. So we are now 5 in with 11 more to go. I was back on the move on day 13. Let's see about heading towards the ocean monument on this map. Wait, so donkeys only sink if they're wearing a saddle? Excuse me? Like if you take the saddle off but you ride him, you'll float. But the moment you put the saddle on, you start sinking? What's that about? But yeah, unfortunately, I made the decision to leave him behind. I was about to enter a lot of watery areas and he just wouldn't be useful here. Other than that, I was still making my way on the map. The only thing to really update is I was no longer in the corner, which was kind of cool. There was nothing to report on day 14, but on day 15, I was able to find myself a pillager outpost. And you know what that means? Oh, well, there was no trimming. That wasn't in the script. But it was on day 16 that we got on the map. And there it is, the ocean monument. Let's make a quick note of the coordinates and then leave. Yeah, there's no way in the world I'm going in there just yet. I had a plan. You guys ever had Pepsi Max Cherry? God, this stuff is so good. Like, I don't get it that often anymore, but like, this stuff is so good. Like, oh, sorry. So what is Haven's plan, I hear you ask? The answer is really simple. The tied armor trim is quite unique compared to the rest of the armor trims in the game. Whilst every other armor trim in the game can either be found in suspicious sand or chest, basically some kind of block, the tied trim actually is a mob drop, the only one in the game. Elder Guardians, which I mentioned earlier, can only spawn in ocean monuments, have a 20% chance of dropping one every single time you kill them, which means in theory, because of the 3 Elder Guardians per ocean monument, you should have a 60% chance per ocean monument of getting at least one. So it was a really simple idea. Let me quickly go back to the village, do a little bit of villager manipulation, and get myself a looting free book to be able to put onto a sword to increase that 20% chance, meaning I should be able to get the tie trimming on the first time of asking, is what I thought at the time. So you can go ahead and delete that comment telling me that looting doesn't work on this, because I now know that. Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago when I recorded this video, I didn't know that. This is probably one of the rarest cases when it comes to looting, but no matter what kind of looting you have on your sword, it doesn't actually affect the mob drops of the tied armor trim. I can't really think of another item or drop where it isn't affected by the looting enchantment, which is kind of cool to think about. For the record, I could have very easily found this out if I just did a very quick Google search, but instead I was stubbornly thinking I was being quite clever over here. So let's spend a couple of days wasting our time getting the looting enchantment. So let's head back to the village. A small problem on day 17. I throw all of my leather and I need 3 for a lectern if I'm wanting to get that looting book. Luckily for me, there are 2 cows right here. Of course, I'd only get 2 leather, but it's not the end of the world, admittedly, since we're in the desert. There's going to be plenty of rabbits around. And in case you don't know, 4 rabbit hides, I'd be able to craft to 1 leather. That being said, 4 rabbits later, and yep, I have 0 hide to my name. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, hey, there's a temple over there. And then I was able to get myself some hide, and then some more hide. Okay, great. Cut this out. Great. Just, no, great. No, great. I don't want you to, don't include the entire clip of me chasing the rat. No, great, please. Great. The temple did have some more trims. It's kind of useless since, well, I don't need them anymore, as well as some useless enchanted books, though I did get an extra couple of diamonds. And then after sniping this rabbit, I had enough hide, and I was able to make a lectern. The sad thing was, that was probably the easy part.
20 minutes later.
You know what? I'll take looting 2. It's fine. I'll just get 2 looting 2 books and make them into looting 3. It's whatever. I just need to get myself 15 emeralds, which shouldn't be too hard. Now, last time I was able to just make a Fletcher and get some sticks. Unfortunately, in the middle of the desert, there isn't really an option for me to get much wood, but there is a very simple side solution. Because of all the hay around, I'm able to get a farmer boy and then just trade the hay. It is limited, but it is enough to get me the 15 emeralds I needed. And 2 looting books later, let's make ourselves a diamond sword. Put looting 3 on that bad boy. It's a really good achievement if you ignore the fact that this literally affects nothing. I just killed a couple of days doing this. I was straight into the monument on day 21. It was a pretty simple situation. I just gotta kill this guardian and oh, I didn't drop one. Never mind, there's a second one right here and I can just, oh god. Oh no, the Ryan was on the wall. Let's be honest. I was gonna kill all 3 of these and not get a trimming from it, was that? Oh, apparently I did. Isn't that fantastic? I just now need to wait out the mining fatigue and then I can carry on with my adventure. That being said, that was my 7th trimming done. I only have 9 to go. Cooking away on day 22. So the plan next is simple. I'm going to go to the Nether, see if I can get the trims in there, and at the same time get some ender pearls and some blade rods to be able to go to the end. I just need to find myself a lava pool and we'd be good to go. Day 23. You enjoying the ×4 speed? I'm sure many of you will notice the lack of lava pool findings. So yeah, this was a good day. Looking on day 24. Well, it looks like a lava pool. It sounds like a lava pool. So of course it is a lava pool. Let's quickly make myself a bottle. I'm not gonna lie, for a second I really thought I gaffed up the funk because I covered all of the lava in obsidian. I was very lucky there was still a couple of pockets down here, because if not, I think I would have cried. Now, as I was preparing to enter the Nether on day 25, I noticed a problem. I had no iron, I had no flint, and so I can't make a flint of steel in any way. Luckily, there was a cave right here next to me that had literally 1 piece of iron right next to a gravel patch, which is just muy caliente. And so, it's time to enter the Nether. The one thing I won't miss about the 1.20 snapshots is the fog. Like, seriously, I can't even see a sausage in the Nether. Why is there a sausage in here? I don't know, but still. Also, if you really want to know how it was going, I killed the skeleton with an enchanted bow. It dropped its enchanted bow, and so I threw out my bow to pick up the enchanted bow. So both of the bows were on the floor, and then a gas blew up both of the bows. So I now have 0 bow. That is my day 25 update. Thanks for stopping by. And then in the corner of my eye on day 26, I saw it. A fortress. Let's have a quick sneak in there and get myself a trimming, was the plan. I think I spent a good 30 minutes in here searching multiple chests, just hoping to find the trimming itself. But after nearly dying on day 27, alongside basically being out of food, I knew that I have to make a tactical treat without the trimming. So I packed up my stuff and headed back. I got back to the portal by day 29 with 1 steak spare. And on day 30, I was able to fix my food problem quite easily, killing all the cows, chickens, and pigs that I could find. And then realized that I had 10 rabbit foods with me, so that kind of was stupid that I decided to leave. Anyway, after getting a solid meal, I headed straight back and began cooking. Yeah, I can pretty confidently say that, well, I have a lot of food here. It was round 2 for the Nether on day 31. There was a fortress literally 50 blocks away from my portal. I have no idea how I missed that. The funny thing was, this was the exact same fortress that I searched earlier. Apparently, the first time I went the super long way around. Unfortunately, today was a little bit similar to the last day as I was looking around the fortress, and yeah, there wasn't anything here. I was fairly confident of that, so I'm not getting a trimming from this bad boy. After a little bit of traveling, it was day 33 where I had found myself a bastion. And after sneaking into the bastion, I found myself a netherite upgrade. Now, again, I know I don't need it, but I'd rather have it than not. But if I am able to complete this challenge, it's going to be super nice knowing that I don't have to worry about people calling me out in the comments for not having it. Hey guys, it's the doctor again. So I'm here to tell you that Haven paused recording at this point and then just never turned it back on. So here's a quick recreation of what happened. Oh, look at that, a chest. Oh wow, the snout trimming and an efficiency 5 diamond pickaxe. That's amazing. Look at me dance away. I really wish I recorded that the first time. Anyway, that is 8 down, technically 9 if you want to count the upgrade, and 8 to go. 34 33 days in, we're making good progress. Just gotta go ahead and find myself a new fortress and, all right, here we go. So, day 34, day 35, day 36. Oh, cool, hot tourist destination. Also, whilst I'm here, I guess I'll get myself some pearls. Day 37, got myself Return to Sender, which was nice. Oh yeah, I also found the fortress this day. You know what's nicer than the fortress? Getting myself a brand new trim. The question is, what do I need to get rid of to free out my inventory here? I guess the furnaces? Nah, they'll do. Anyway, it is time for me to head home, of which I did on the night of 39. So the biggest problem I had on day 40 was the fact that I had a lack of inventory space. With all these trimmings in here, it just proper clogs up the inventory, and it's only going to get worse with more trimmings that I get. And so I decided to set myself up a nice little base to store my stuff in for the time being. It's a bit of a pain, but I'd rather just leave it here and come back later than carry it all around. I also used the diamond and obsidian that I've been picking up over time to make myself an enchant table. Not like I had any lapis to use it. And I also decided to make a new diamond pickaxe to eventually combine with the efficiency 5 diamond pickaxe. After getting that all done, my inventory is looking so much cleaner. And 40 days in, I would say we're doing pretty well. You know what? Let's recap. So as I've mentioned many times, there are 16 trimmings in the game. At least at this moment. They could add more in the future. And so far, I have 9 of them. 50% done in only 40 days. So I'd say that's really good for me. Unfortunately for me, though, is that the trimmings that I do have are relatively the easy ones. It's the difficult ones that are coming up that I'm not looking forward to. My next task would be to go and kill the Ender Dragon. By doing this, it will lead me to the stronghold, which gives me a chance of getting 1 trimming. And then after beating the dragon, I'll be able to search the outer ends to be able to find an end city, which will hopefully hold another. With those 2 trimmings, that would get me to 11 trimmings, which would only leave me with 5. 3 of those trimmings are relatively simple. I'm still missing the one that can be found in the shipwreck, and I'm still missing the one that can be found in the pillager outpost. The one that's going to be slightly annoying is the trial ruins one. As so you remember, I got 3 of them from when I was searching them, and now I need to get the other one, so I'll need to find a second trial ruins at some point. They would get me to 14 trimmings, which would leave me with the last 2, which unfortunately would require an ancient city. Now, finding one of those by itself would already be a huge task. However, it only gets worse from there. The first trimming you can find in an ancient city is called the war trimming. It has a 5% chance of spawning in an ancient city, which is about 1 in 20. That 5% is actually one of the rarer trimmings in the game, so it's kind of not great. However, it doesn't even hold a candle to what the silence trimming is, because whilst the war trimming has a 5% chance, the silence trimming has a 1.2% chance of spawning in a chest, which is roughly the equivalent of about 1 in 90 chests. I don't know how accurate that is for the record. I'm a Minecraft expert, not a maths expert. If you want the correct answers, some brainiac will probably work it out in the comment section below. Long story short, I'm now going to spend most of my days now searching for an ancient city and get the remaining trimmings. It is going to be a big challenge, which I'm willing to take on, but as I say right now, let's go and see about dealing with the stronghold. I set off on day 41. The only thing that was worth noting was along my journeys, I decided to kill a bunch of chickens. I didn't have an infinity bow, so it'd be really helpful if I got myself a bunch of feathers, and I mean, the chicken food would actually be quite helpful for me. I even found myself a new temple on day 42. I mean, for the most part, it was really basic, but I did get myself a Fire Aspect 2 book, which was quite good. And once the eye turned around on me, I began to dig down where I found it. Just have to find myself the portal, and oh, here it is. Oh my God. So, there are 12 eyes empty, and because of the eyes that are broken, I only have 11, which means I am only 1 eye short. I am in love with this Minecraft game. At least I was able to find the library and get myself the eye trim, so that's another one off the board. I was also able to do a level 30 enchant on your bow, where I just got infinity, which means all those feathers that I was getting, yeah, kind of a waste of time. I found the coolest thing on day 43, an ender pearl. If only I had 1 single blaze rod, that would make my life so much easier. I also did find myself the second library, which was pretty cool. Had some alright enchanted books, so I could definitely improve my gear just a little bit. Well, sadly at this point I don't really have another choice. I have to return to Nether to get a single blaze rod. I know it's a bit stupid, but again, nothing I can do. I did grab a couple of extra levels whilst I was there just to do some extra combines to improve my sword where I can. And about an hour later, here we are on day 46, where I found a brand new fortress. Really wish I saved the quarters to the original. We move on. And all of the work that I put in for this moment right here, killing a single blaze to get a single blaze rod. Crazy, I know. I got back to the end portal by day 47. Before I do jump in there, I decided I'm going to go ahead and cook some food. May as well have all that cooked chicken for the inevitable very long journey it's going to take me to find an end city. On day 48, the chicken was cooked. I made myself a diamond helmet. I enchanted the armor that I have, and I entered the end. I destroyed the crystals, and just like that, the dragon was dead. I nearly died in the process right at the end. I don't even know how, but at least I was able to survive. All right then, let's go to the outer ends. 5 days later, on day 53, and I found my myself an end city. Boy, was it a pain to get through. Very much so. But I was very, very lucky to be able to get one in the first chest that I opened. So that's really good. I was also able to get myself a couple of pieces of diamond armor. And just like that, that was done. I just have to outrun 10 shulker. I don't even know what they're called. Shulker shells? Shulker shells? Maybe there is a official name, but I don't know. And I'm sure things will be fine anyway. They were all the way over there. I was able to get back on day 55. And then I ran back to the overworld stuff by day 56. I made myself a shulker box. Of course, I turned it blue. And look at that. 11 trims down and 5 to go. We are going to be exploring for the rest of them, though. And oh boy, this is going to take a minute. I found myself an ocean on day 57. So let's boat around to see if I can find myself any shipwrecks. Now, you think with the side of this ocean, this would be quite simple to do. You'd be wrong. Not any easier at night, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. I found myself a shipwreck on day 58. There was no trimmings, unfortunately. 3 chests as well, and none of them had it. Oh, baby, day 59, and there's a second shipwreck. Nope, no trim. This is great. So in day 61, I actually ran out of ocean, so that means that I was starting to run around the land to see if I could find anything else, where I found myself another trial ruin, and I began digging away looking for the 4th trimming. Good news for me is that I was able to find trimmings. The bad news is the trimmings I already have. It only got worse on day 62. There was so much gravel. Oh my god. Oh, I hate this. This is the worst. Oh my god, I hate this. This is awful. This is so annoying. As far as I'm aware as well, they all have the exact same chance of spawning, so I'm just getting unlucky. That's all that's happening here. Oh, I keep breaking them as well. Oh, come on. Oh, I legitimately do not like trial. I'm making it official. This is my official Havenhand decree. Trial ruins are the worst. Can't win. I physically can't win. A purple candle? Oh, I'll go great with a brown candle. Or should we freak out? Oh! It's behind inside. What do you want me to do there? Oh, look at that. It's a pot. Oh my god. Oh, to be fair, this is another one. Come on. Oh my god, yes! Yes. Okay, right, I'm done. I can't even bother to celebrate. I'm not gonna lie, I need a break. I can't even be bothered. Like I said, you know, I got it, whatever. I'm going home. I spent most of day 64 just gathering food. Thank you to Fire Aspect, I wouldn't need to worry about cooking any of it. And I had a decent amount towards the end, I would say. And it was on day 66 that I did find myself a new outpost. It did have a horn that sounded like me after Taco Bell. That's gross, I'm sorry. So I looked out on day 60, I must say that. You see that giant hill there? It's known as the Stony Peaks. And if my memory serves me right, ancient cities have a chance of spawning underneath them roughly at about Y-50. And so I began digging down until I found it. And the search was on. And I searched chest after chest after chest until... Shut up. Shut up. No way. Are you serious? That is unbelievable. That is, no words. So when I started this video, when I came up with the idea to this video about a week ago, many scenarios played around in my head about what would and what wouldn't be possible. But this scenario that I'm currently in definitely is the one that surprised me the most. But the scenario is this, is that I found the silence trimming, which was the one that I really didn't think I'd be able to. If I've done my maths right, it's about 1 in 90 chance. Like for every 90 chests there'll be one. So to find one in something that has about 20 chests, very lucky. Very lucky. However, there is a second trimming in an ancient city called the War Trimming, which has a slightly lower than less, which is a 5% chance. I assume I probably would have already explained this at some point. I've got the wiki like open next to me, by the way. I am fairly confident. I've spent about 15 minutes and I've searched everywhere in this ancient city. There's no War Trimming. There isn't one. I refuse to admit there is one, and if there is one, I missed it. But I confidently say I'm back to where I was. This is where I got the silence trimming. I've searched everywhere there is to search, and I can't find the War Trimming, unfortunately. Which means we're in a bit of a awkward situation. Because this ancient city, I'm pretty sure is done. I think the best thing for me to do now is to head back to the surface, sprint to the opposite side and see if I can find another mountain, and in the process see if I can find myself an outpost or a shipwreck or two, and hope that I can get the remainder of the things needed. Very disappointed that I didn't get it. I honestly thought that it would be the other way around, that I wouldn't get the silence one, but you know, nothing could be done now. That being said, with just over 30 days to go, I've made some good progress, so let's keep moving. And so on day 70, I started running to the other side of the world, or should I say boating to the other side of the world. Oh hey, there's another shipwreck over there. Of course there wasn't any trim in it. Why would you think there would be? Another one on day 71, but no. For the record, these trims that spawn in shipwrecks are a 70% chance, which is actually pretty decent compared to the rest of them. Also, there's another one over there, and no, yet again, no trims. And the third one you'd think would give me a trim. You'd be wrong. And 3 days later of boating around, finding 6 shipwrecks for the record, and I had finally found the trim. That was trim number 14. There is only 2 to go. Dr. Havenhand here coming in on day 75, and well, things are about to get pretty repetitive. I'm sorry to say, but the final 25 days of this world were mostly just me running around looking for either an outpost or a mountainy area that would have an ancient city under it. And unfortunately, it would be very, very boring for me to go through each individual day of me just running around. So, you know, I kind of got other things to do. I've got 1,000 days to survive on an island, for Christ's sake. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to skip to the important points of the final days and show you exactly how this run ended. Day 83, I did find myself a new pillager outpost. Sadly for me, there wasn't any trimmings in it. And on day 89, I found myself another outpost. Well, this time I was looking to actually have myself a trimming. Can store that bad boy away in the trims, which means I have 1 left. So things are about to get very, very interesting. It is day 99. I'm going to be honest with you, the final 20 days have been a bit of a snore. I've just been sort of running around, apart from the outpost that I found. Yeah, it's not been great. But we are literally in the final days. And something very interesting that's happened. I finally found myself a good mountain. I'm just hoping this is the right biome. It's a grove, which I think is one of the correct biomes I need. I think, if I'm correct, I just gotta go on top of one of these mountains and I should find an ancient city. At least that's my understanding of it. I mean, it worked last time, so I'm fairly confident. So yeah, this is kind of it. If there isn't an ancient city here, then I lose. If there, oh, how does snow? If there is an ancient city, then, you know, it's sort of a game of, can I find the final trimming in time? Because, like, let me be clear, I only have 15 there. So let's dig down and hope for the best. Let's do this. I do think it's really funny how I'm replying on the, like, when I thought about doing this, the 2 that kind of scared me was the silence one, the really, really rare one in the ancient city, ironically. And I wasn't too sure about the Elder Guardian one. Luckily, obviously, looting was a thing. I completely forgot about that. The rest of them, for the most part, I was relatively confident about. Actually, no, the Jungle Temple one I was a bit concerned about, admittedly. And I think that was actually one of the first ones that I got as well. So, that's kind of funny to think about. I'm really, really hoping there's one here. So just to be clear, by the way, you can see right... I'll do... Oh, there is one. Oh, my God. Please be an ancient city, not just deep dark. Please be an ancient city, not just deep dark. Ancient city. Oh my God, here we go. Ow. Right. Now we just have to hope that we get it in time. Just to be clear, it's day 99, as I say. Once I reach day 100, that's the end of the time limit. That's I normally end on day 100. Because obviously day 0 is a thing. So if I don't get there if I don't find it by the time that says day 100, then this is over and I've failed. If I do find it, then, you know, fantastic times for all around. Imagine if I got it on the first one, that would have been fantastic. No. Run, 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 run. It's not looking good. I'm not liking this. Come on, baby. God damn it. I'm gonna find this hammer. This is so depressing. We are still on 99, but we are very close for this to end. So this may be the last chest that I searched. So this is it. Okay, here we go. Ah, that's so sad. I don't think there's any more chests I can find in time. I don't believe, for the record, that it came down. I expected it to come down to one from the ancient city. I just didn't expect it to come down to the one that it has. I thought it was going to be the silence one that screwed me over. There's not one in here either. It's so... I just can't believe it. There's one more chest here. This is it. That'd be crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't believe it. Hang on. Oh, we're on day 100. Oh, Lord. I don't know if I did it in time. I don't believe it. Right, let's quickly get out of here. That's so funny. Legitimately the last chest that I searched. Well, that's all 16. I don't know if I did it in time. So, I said before I came in here that the time starts when I hit day 100. And I didn't check the chest until I saw it was day 100. I guess I could technically time it. I guess. If you think that it was until I checked they're free, then congratulations, I did it. If not, I will put something on screen now that says, you know, whether I did it or not. But there you go. There's in 100 days of Minecraft, I got all 16 trimmings, which was, I'm not gonna lie, the silence one was the one that got me. That's the one I'm very surprised that I got. But there you go. I even got the netherite trimmers, so you can't even argue with that. The question is, did I do it in time? I guess I will reveal the answer to you lovely people at home. I guess that ends the video. Thanks for watching, everybody.